Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're diving into a tool that's completely changing the game for AI development, Google Colab. What if I told you that you could have a supercomputer powerful enough for some seriously heavy-duty AI work running right inside your web browser? And it's completely free? Yeah, let's get into it. So, if you've ever tried to get a programming environment running from scratch, you know the pain, right? The endless downloads, the confusing error messages. You spend hours, maybe even days, just wrestling with your computer to get it ready. It's a huge barrier that just stops so many people cold before they even get to write one line of code. And look, the difference here is it's night and day. What used to be this 4 or 5 hour marathon of installs and debugging now literally takes about 30 seconds. And the best part, it all just happens. Right there in your browser, absolutely zero setup needed. It's wild. To really get why this is such a game changer, let's just quickly take a trip down memory lane and look at the old way. It's a process that has, probably discouraged countless aspiring developers over the years. Okay, so first you'd have to download this massive package manager like Anaconda. Then you might need something called Docker just to create these little isolated computer environments so your projects don't break each other. Then you're setting up your code editor, hunting down the right plugins, manually installing every single library you need, all while fighting these cryptic error messages about your environment path. I mean, it is a huge, huge headache that has absolutely nothing to do with the fun part, the actual coding. But what if you could just skip all of that? I mean, just throw it all out the window. What if you could just open a new tab and instantly start working on a really powerful machine? Well, that's exactly where Google Colab comes in. So what is it really? Well, simply put, it's a high-performance programming environment that just lives in your web browser, totally ready to go. The only thing you need is a Google account. That's it. No installation, no configuration, you just start coding. Okay, so just how powerful is this free tool? You might be pretty surprised. We're not talking about some dinky online text editor here. We are talking about having access to some serious computing horsepower. First off, you get free access to a powerful NVIDIA T4 graphics card. Now, the key number here is its 16 gigabytes of video memory. See, training AI models means doing millions and millions of tiny calculations, and this is exactly the kind of specialized hardware that lets you do them super fast. And it's not just the GPU. Colab also gives you around 12 gigabytes of system RAM. You can think of this as your machine's short-term memory or its workspace. Having this much means you can work with really big, complex datasets without your programs just grinding to a halt or crashing. You also get a really generous amount of disk space, usually well over 100 gigabytes. This is perfect temporary storage for all your datasets, your AI models, and any other files you need while you're working. And this is where you really feel the power of the cloud. Your Colab machine has a blazing fast 1 gigabit per second internet connection. So downloading a huge multi-gigabyte AI model that might take hours at home? Yeah, here it's done in just a few seconds. So let's just put all that into perspective. If you wanted to go out and build a personal computer with these kinds of specs, you'd be spending thousands of dollars, easily. With Colab, Google is essentially just handing you the keys to that machine for free. It's kind of nuts. But here's the thing. Colab is so much more than just powerful hardware. It's a complete, ready-to-go development environment right out of the box. You're not just getting a simple code editor. No, you're getting an entire Linux computer that's running in the cloud. It comes preloaded with over 500 of the most popular Python libraries, so tools like NumPy and Pandas, they're just ready to go. Need something else? One simple command, and you've got it. You can even run terminal commands or connect it directly to your Google Drive. It is all there. And that's really the key takeaway here. You have total control over a powerful cloud computer, and it's fully equipped and ready for pretty much the most complex AI and data science tasks you can imagine. So, why does all this power and convenience really matter? Well, it's all about getting rid of the friction. It's about empowering creativity by making these incredible tools accessible to absolutely everyone. It just completely flattens the biggest barriers to getting started in AI development, the high cost of hardware and the sheer complexity of the setup. This means a student in their dorm room can now train an image recognition model, or an artist can experiment with generative AI. These are projects that just a few years ago would have required a university lab or a big corporate budget. It is the absolute fastest way to get from an idea in your head to a real working prototype. A tool like this really does democratize technology that was, until very recently, only available to massive companies and super well-funded labs. The only limit now is really your own imagination. So the question isn't whether you can build something amazing with AI anymore. The real question is, what will you build?